everybody's going to come looking for something different. They'll want to release some energy. They've had a rough week at work or blah, 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 or some problems in their personal life or whatever. And they just come and they get all that anxiety and all that energy out. And hopefully we can, be the people that just, help derive that out of them so they don't take it out on their houses, on their parents or something.
If you line up a bunch of Metallica fans, I mean, if you lined up 10 right here, they'd all be different walks of life. You'd have a lawyer, you'd have a housewife, you'd have a 13-year-old kid who got on and we put out Load, you know what I mean? You'd have the guy that's here since '83, you know what I mean? And now we're getting, the Limp Bizkit, second generation.
It's too easy to just limit it to once, and say this is how Metallica fans are. We seem to be appealing to a lot of different groups. You get the party people, you get the people that are very into the lyrics, which are probably some of the more serious people. You get the people that are very into just the energies that are being created. You get some of the people that are into some of the musicianship. But you get some punks, you get some yuppie kind of Village Voice, Rolling Stone kind of people, who don't really generally like metal, but really like Metallica.
There's room for everybody, There's plenty of music to listen to.
There might be one or two more bands that have more loyal fans than Metallica.
Have you ever walked through an empty mosh pit after your gig? When the band was done, everyone had left. Walking through in front of the stage, you would not believe the shit that people leave behind.
So what'd you find?
Wallets, socks, shoes, glasses. I think there was hair. I'm sure there was
hair with scalp attached.
2 years in therapy, getting over all the shots we took and all the hatred that was thrown our way. And I'm just finally able to go outside again now without fearing that somebody's going to say something bad about me.
It's getting better. Arm's all right. Just the back of the hand was basically the most burnt part. Pretty deep, second degree. So, yes, here it is, man.
I think the first few hours that we were in Montreal and James was in the hospital, we were all kind of hanging in the balance, wondering if we were going to have a band, or what was going to happen, really.
I think everyone was in shock. Never a dull moment in Metallica, that's for sure.
So tell me open, pour me out. The things inside that scream and shout. And the pain still hates me. So hold me until
When you've been away for 5 years, there's so many different places you can draw inspirations from and so much new stuff around you, and just the fact that you're a little older and whatever. I mean, there's just so much more to turn into creative things for you,
But the castle's crumbled and you're left with just a day. Where's your crown king? Nothing.
You cut your hair, why?
Because I wanted something to talk about on Much Music.
Metallica is all about music, not the length of our hair.
I really like it. I mean, no
Like the
bullshit.
short
I like it, yeah.
stuff,
I wish
yeah.
I would have done it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because if I'd done it 10 years ago, then right now would be year 10 of my short hair, and I would be over all the questions about it. So I think people have this vision of we sat down and had a band meeting, all planned to okay, let's all get our hair cut together. We all went to the barber shop together. We got a 3 for $4 discount or something. Do you know what I mean?
Well, all those true Metallica fans out there who rip you guys for your new look and your new music, how does that make you guys feel?
We don't care because they can't be us no matter how hard they try.
If people want to give us flack for that, then I love it. I think it's great. I love screwing with people's thoughts about the way all this is supposed to be, how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to act, all these type of things. People don't want to listen to our music because of the way we look or whatever, then I don't want them to. And I'd rather they stay away. It's their loss, not mine. Came and asked us seriously to pay Lollapalooza 6 months ago. We really thought of it mainly That's an area that we hadn't been in yet. We've played every arena in this country 37 times.
Yeah.
And this was like one kind of forum that we could go into that we hadn't really explored very much.
The fact that we're playing it is nothing to us. I think some people are kind of freaked out about it, but I think in a few months after it's done, they're just going to think, why were we worried? I mean, it's just a festival of music.
It's not like we're thinking about, oh, the alternative, non-alternative, or anything like that. Not really any big concern about controversy or crap like that with us.
We knew going into this 6 months ago that there was obviously going to be some cynics who would, some alternative elitists, as we call them, like have some kind of problem with some of this. But the minute we took the stage, I think all the debate and all the hoopla and all the bullshit died down. Metallica, in some way, has always been kind of outsiders and have always gone against a lot of the mainstream stuff, and I don't think it's so odd. I think people, you know, they just go, oh, Metallica, they go Enter Sandman or whatever, but overall, if you look at Metallica's career, I don't think it's so odd.
Give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh, yeah.
We didn't finish Load, basically, so this is the rest of Load. It's not leftovers, it's not remixes, it's not any lesser songs. This is the rest of the songs that we didn't get to. After the Black Album, we wrote 30 songs. It was too much to handle. 30 songs was too much. With Load, we finished half the songs, really. So these are the rest of the songs.
You know, you got to remember that we just come on the back of 3 very serious, dark, heavy, brooding records. You know, the Black Album and the 2 Load records. And I think anybody who knows about Metallica knows that we have a tendency to always go back and forth between a lot of different extremes. And, you know, it was just time once again to have a little bit of sort of looser fun. We played a couple of shows with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra in April, and we are fixing those performances up right now to for a record that's coming out in mid-November.
Excuse me while I'm thinking how I feel.
It was really Michael Kamen, the conductor. He had this idea for at least a year. That was the whole idea, is to make Metallica sound as epic and giant as possible, and it happened.
Michael Kamen thought that our music lend itself so much to classical interpretations because there's so many classical overtones in the melodies and stuff like that, and really a lot of drama and stuff like that. And he called, said, you want to play with the San Francisco Symphony? And we were just like, name the time and place, and we're there.
The fact that people are taking our music into different areas. I mean, it still sounds good even in their world, which is pretty cool.
Then it calls to me of the shooting light at the end of your tunnel. It was just a freight train coming your way. Don't it feel right like this? All the pieces fall to his wish.
It became a press war. It wasn't who's right or wrong. You're both right. I mean, you believe this, you believe that. That's it.
Turn off the other phone. Swallow future. Burn your face upon that chrome.
I think that's a common goal with everyone when they first start out, and they just want to grab the bull by the horns and ride it all the way through. We just never knew that we would take it this far, which is, you know, a really great thing.
Yes, sir. We are f***ing Metallica, and we are here, baby.
You've always had a very intense, kind of dark thing about the band. What is that intensity rooted in?
Confusion, anger, just the struggle of life, you know?
Do you feel like you're still going through that sort of stuff and putting that out?
Everyone does. I mean, that's what life really is. It's a continual struggle for satisfaction, for something better. Yeah, always. You know, you never write the ultimate song you think you have, and then you want to go on, and
That's what it's about.
People have been able to somehow be touched by a lot of the things, that James comes up to, the words he puts together. A lot of people wish they could have said them or whatever, you know what I mean? So they really are able to identify in a big way. That's carried over a lot.
When you get a chance to talk to them, what do the fans tell you? What kind of feedback do you get?
There's a lot of, you've helped me through my teen years or my, adolescence, all the tough times, They just grabbed a hold of Metallica and hung on, and it kind of got them through a lot of rough times, which is pretty cool, because it did us as well.
The main thing is,